Welcome to episode 7. Today is the day. Oh, I'm feeling good because... Okay. That was a big jump. Because today we've done our sorting system, so I've got that. I've already started to put some blocks in here, like this cobblestone, which I have plenty, which I'll be getting plenty more, because I'm about to do a lot of mining. That's right, it's time for the library! That's right, it's time, because it's over here, and we are going to begin work on the wonderful Gearhollow Library. So, what it's going to be, there's going to be, going to be a wall here, basically. Similar kind of thing we did with the house, being in the cave. So it's going to look like it's just, well, like, out. I can't really show it, just using my hand. Like, I'm trying to put my hand here. I'm moving my hand currently, but it's not doing anything because you can't see my hand, you can only see my cursor. Anyway, there's going to be a door through here into our big library. So I think the first thing to get started on is deciding on the placement of the door, and then, well, getting to digging and probably placing on the front wall as well. So after doing some just quick rough spots, I've decided to put, there's going to be two main pillars. One over here. I'm thinking of being made of wood, perhaps. Something nice going up there, and then another one up there just to define that. And then in the middle, we'll have our door, which will be here, exactly. So we can get started right away. And I reckon I'll probably want this 3 high. Yeah, 3 high door. Because you're just going to go in, and there's going to be a very, very short passageway. Maybe just like 5 blocks or so before opening out into the big room. As you can see, I've already done some work to start on this project. So far I've made this staircase up to the library ledge. So this will all be stairs, so it's much easier to get up. Yep, so you go up here all the way, and then we're there. There'll be some doors here which you can open through, and then you'll come into this room, which needs to be a bit bigger than this. Very much bigger than this, in fact. So far I have these 5 pickaxes, so I'm just going to use these until they run out and see how far it gets me. Let's go! Well, that's normal. What? What is it? Oh, so it can... Hold up. So a torch can count as a block if it's placed first. What? I don't understand this. There we go. So far I've used up just the those 5 iron pickaxes that were here, and I've got all of this stuff because I've cleared out a fair bit. I've left all the ores out like that just to see them, make it interesting, but I'm probably going to have to mine up this iron to get more pickaxes anyway. So it's a big room. This is going to be the back of it. And these walls are the sides, so everything in here is to scale. I just need to finish off this bit and that corner, and then we'll have the main section of the room. Except that's not all, because as you can see here, I'm going to have some pathways that go up, and what those are going to do is they're going to go up to the 2nd floor. Because what you're going to do is you're going to walk up here, it's up some stairs, and this isn't very able to see. 1 second. There's going to be a staircase leading up to a pathway along here where you can like look down to the bottom section, and out here is going to be a very large area containing all of the books containing the story of Mornington and Thaldrum, just the MorningCraft Chronicles. How about that? The bit I've mined out just now is maybe a quarter of the total volume of the library. I told you it's big. Okay, let's keep on digging. food again. Oh, I'm going to need to fix this food problem soon. It is cool to see where all the ores are in this room, but I'm now going to go and mine them all up. Okay, I have been thinking, and now is a time for a big decision for me. Because now I am deciding to end my survival journey on the MorningCraft SMP and begin my creative journey. If I can, I'm going to try to go on to creative mode so that I can, well, I just want to build more things. MorningCraft has become a place for creative builds and showing other people stuff and me, like linking a story together with it, which is something that I really enjoy and love anyway. So I figure why not bring my talent to that as well, because so far when doing this whole, well, I can't call it a city yet, but I want it to be a city. There's just so many things I want to build. I want to build tons of building. I just want it to be really full and lively, and I want to go out into other places, and I really want to expand, but I just can't do that while I'm in survival. It simply takes a long time, and I mean, I'm very relaxed when building my stuff anyway. But yeah, this library here, I can show you. I've been digging all this out. It's just been taking a long time. Not that I don't like taking a long time with things. I'm thinking of sometime maybe starting like hardcore world, or I don't know, something else. When the Vibrant Visuals update come out, I'm gonna start on survival world. But that's why I figured for the server, I'm going to go on to creative, just so I can fit in a bit more and create more things and just, I don't know, feel more inspired and ready to do stuff. So, I mean, I haven't actually tested this yet, but let's try it out now. Oh, it does come up. Okay, can I do creative? And there we go. I'm in creative. I have all the blocks I could ever possibly need. Now, the only thing that is slightly bad for this is I've just created this entire bloody sorting system. There's all this stuff where I can sort all my individual blocks that I don't really need now that I'm in creative. There's that. But hey, it's fine. That's the thing. I will still create working stuff. I figure I'm still going to create a like smelting place and probably make it functional using like some special redstone stuff that you'll see when I get to that. But yeah, they're just all these extra things. I can finally take off my shield now, so that's not blocking the screen. It's just, it should be much nicer. Oh, I can't wait to get building. But instead of covering other things first, I think the first thing that we need to do is continue on with this library and get this finished, which now should be easier, given that we're in creative mode. Firstly, I'm going to deposit all of my current items into a chest, well, so that if I should ever want them or need them again, I can get them out from here, but since I'm in creative, I don't need it. Alright then, I'm back. Let's, well, continue with this. I feel so powerful. Mwahaha. Hold on. I've just been mining this out by hand, but I wonder if I now get a stick, can I use it to do, hold on, this. So I make it select an area, nice. Then what can I do? Can I do, just give me a minute. Slash brush. What does mountain do? Your current item. Oh, I think I removed the ability to add a selection. Well, that's nice. Well, it seems I'm not permitted to do any other commands, so I don't think I have access to this. I could have an ask about and see if I'm able to do that anywhere, but for now, it's, in that case, just doing everything by hand. Alright, all cleared out, that top section, which it's looking pretty good. I'm not sure, I think I might want the roof to be even higher than that, but for now that gives us plenty of room to do this first bit, which is what I think we should focus on. So let's think about what blocks we're going to use. And here we are. I've compiled together quite a few blocks which I want to use in the build. So for, well, wood types mainly, which will be the main colour of the build, I've got, well, several different options. I want something light, maybe as light as oak logs, or maybe even bamboo. Stuff like this could be good for just the floor. No, pick block doesn't work on this, does it? And then have some of the more richer, like darker stuff, either spruce or dark oak, or both, well, on the sides or in the upper sections mainly as well. As for bookshelves, which will be the main bulk of the build, we've got all of these different looks, which, I mean, I'll probably use all of them. And lighting, this might be the tricky bit to decide on, but I've got redstone lamps, which look quite, I don't know, industrial, but so does a copper bulb. Copper bulb doesn't have that, like, as much contrast. Glowstone would be good, especially if we threw a trapdoor over it, like so, where it could have, like, the source through there, instead of just being plain out. But we've also got the classic torches, which, honestly, I don't think I want to include. We've got lanterns, which I probably will use at some points, and chains to go with them. Or, another option, ochre frog lights, which could also look good behind some trapdoors. Right, finally decided we're using acacia. Out with the old, and in with the new. There's our floor. I think it looks pretty good. Let's put some light on it so you can see it. Alright, now for a choice of trapdoors. I've got some nice acacia ones that go upright, which look quite good as banisters, but I'm not sure about the orange colour. We've got dark ones there. I'm not sure about those. They do have, I guess, that line that joins together. I mean, classic oak looks pretty good. Jungle looks okay. I'm thinking not mangrove, although mangrove does make these. I want it to look like it has banisters, basically, which once I've tried it here, it doesn't have the banister effect, but it still looks quite good. The acacia ones do definitely get that banister in. Actually, I might think of changing the colour spectrum of this build. Alright, I've done quite a lot of things since I've last spoken, so I'll give you a rundown. So put in the floor, that's all good. I might adjust it and make some better, like, embellishments, maybe with some stripped jungle logs perhaps, or something else to make it look more varied. And then I've added in these bookcases, which are going to be here. I'm also going to have some which are chiseled, so we can have them, like, dotted throughout, maybe some empty or some filled with books. Maybe I could write some books and pop them in, just like, I don't know, a history of, I don't know, all my episodes or stuff, like, written down, maybe, or just something interesting. We've got this, these are this set of stairs over here, and we've got two sets of stairs on this side, which honestly look really good. I'm quite happy with those. For the banisters, I did go with these acacia trapdoors because, I mean, they've got that effect. They might look a bit too orange, but with the thing which I'm about to do next, I think it should work well. And that's because we're going to be making a lovely copper statue, which, as you can see, links quite well with the colour palette. Because basically all of this is like a big pedestal, because in the centre, I want, well, here's a little problem, you see. We've got an armour stand here, which I just want one armour stand, but it's not centred, and you can't get it on the centre because it has to be on one of those 4 blocks. So, I'm thinking, am I going to be able to push the armour stand? Oh, it's better if I just show you. So, if I have an armour stand here, I should be able to push it with a piston. Seems easy enough. However, well, as you can see, hold on, it goes most of the way, but not the full way. It's like, what's that? Nearly halfway there. So that could push it, but it's not anywhere near the center. So, what about if I place something like a fence there? Ooh. How far does it go in? Okay, looking promising. It's not. It's 2/3 of the way across. This like line here, well, that's one edge of where I want it to be in the middle. So how about a wall? That could do it. Yes. Wait. Yes. Perfect. Cool. Got it. Nice. Let's do it. Perfectly lined up in the center, and I believe I'm not able to move it. So even if I want to run up and give him a hug or trample on him, I can't move him unless I break it, of course. Right. That looks much better. I'm really happy. I've just remembered that I have to push it into the very middle, so we're going to do that again. And push it onto stone brick wall. No, he's too far. No. Oh, I have to do the other one again as well. Take 2. Into the middle that way. And then can I do 2? Would that work? Because it's on either side. Let's try it. Oh, this could be it. It's close. It's not perfect, but it is close. Wow, I just invented a sticky piston without using a sticky piston. That's nice. I think that's the closest we're gonna get. I mean, it's pretty centered, so honestly, I am happy with that. Nice. Well, currently it's just an armor stand, so let's put some armor on him. Alright, I've just come up with this design on this Armatron website, which is super useful. What we're going to do is we're going to collect up a set of golden armor and choose some armor trims to go on it. And there we have it, our completed set of armor. Let's see how it looks. There we go. I think that's right. We got all the right ones, and that looks lovely. That's a really good addition. It could be like whoever the founder of it, or me. Is it me? You see the comparison? We look so similar, him and I. Anyway, now we've got that lovely looking statue in the middle, we can move on. What next? Honestly, looking at this build now already, I'd have no idea how I would have been able to complete this in survival. It's just so many resources. It would have taken me so long. You wouldn't have seen a video until 2028. Trying to think of what would be good as a wall. I could do it in a similar style. Here we go. To how my house was done. Andesite all over, or tough, or maybe just simple stone bricks all over. I'm going to do the same pattern as I did for the house, so that's stone bricks, cracked stone bricks, and normal stone, just a mixture of that all across. I know that I definitely want something on this back wall. I've raised the roof up by 1, so we have room for these little lights is what I'm going to do, like that hanging down and looking quite good. And these are kind of going to be the things for the bookshelves up here, because this whole section down here, yeah, this is only the center. This isn't even the entire library. The entire library is going to be all of this section here, pushed back probably like, I don't know, the same distance that way, and this side, and maybe if I want extra space, this side. But I am thinking of adding something to the middle here, like maybe just cutting out. Let me try some stuff. How about that? It took me a while to come up with, but I'm thinking, how does that look? Yeah, I think that's pretty good. No, why is there always more gravel? Oh. I should probably tell you about my plans for what I'm actually going to have in the library. So you see this bottom section, I'm going to put more tables and chairs in it. And these bits, it's all going to be mainly these, but there's going to be some chiseled bookshelves where I can like put in books. I've just got an example book that I've put in here for decoration, and they actually have things in them. I'll open them up and write, I don't know, a poem or something else in there, something interesting. I'll write those in there. So this is just all my interesting stuff or stuff that I might want. And then up in these upper sections is going to be the story of MorningCraft. So all the story episodes that happen on Steven's channel, all of that is going to be written down and documented. mainly because I'm really far behind on the story. I have no idea who is who, or what is going on, or what battles have occurred, or who likes who, so I'm gonna have to recap it all. I've got two designs which I'm trying to choose between. The first one is just a bunch of chisel bookshelves. Seems easy enough, going chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, 4, and so on forever, and then you can take one out. The only problem with that is they have to replace it once you go back like that, which I don't know if anyone will replace it, but I could make it like a book drop section. But do I want to do that? And how much time will that take? Yeah, it would just, I'd have to constantly keep going back to it, so it's an option. Or I could do, I'm probably thinking of doing this, but I'm just looking at both options, where I put them in separate item frames, which makes it super easy, and also because you can view what it's called. So I'll just call one, like, I know, chapter 2, chapter 3, or yeah, chapter 1.4, 1.5, and so on, like that, and order them. So then if somebody's like, I don't know, where do I need to put this book, or maybe there's a few missing, go 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, there it goes, like that. And then I saw I could put in glow item frames, like I've done here, instead of normal item frames, if I wanted to vary it, being like the beginning of a new chapter, maybe, I don't know, or like very important stories or something, I know, just to give a bit more variation to it. And I'm thinking of going with this design mainly because this one you'd have to do another layer of chisel bookshelves, so it'd be too wide, whereas this you can just smack more on the other side and make it really easy. So I'm going to go with this design. So if we look at Steven's channel, he's got a playlist called The Dawn of MorningCraft, but not all of these episodes have a story section, which is going to be tricky. I think this was like where I began watching like that one's probably the first one I saw, and some other stuff. Let's see. Okay, here we go. This is the first time that a story section ever comes up, so it's on episode 103 of 161 episodes, and then so I've got up to the Great Wall. So I've seen like half of the first one. I haven't seen any of that stuff. Oh my god, I'm so far behind. And I just remembered that Stephen had made this video, which is a hour and 14-minute long video of the Tale of Mornington. So it says episode. So yeah, 103 to 161. So this should include all of the story segments. So I can just do it from here. But yeah, those 58 episodes were just of the old MorningCraft. This is new MorningCraft, where it has 83 videos. So we're going to need even more room, and I don't know how long it's going to go on for. This is kind of tricky to predict, to be honest. Why am I at spawn? Okay, I've just loaded in. And I'm at spawn, and I'm in survival, and I don't have any of my items. Okay, game mode creative, that's fine. Why is there always more gravel? God, I love Aria math. Alright, I've settled on this final design for the bookcases, which are going to hold all of the books describing the story of MorningCraft. And it's going to look like this. I've added these signs down the bottom and these lights to light things up, and these signs down the bottom where I'm going to put like a brief summary of what these books talk about, like I've done here, The Creation of Mornington or A Love in the Empire or whatever, just like the key events that happen in this portion of the story. And I might also add a sign either on there like that, or perhaps a hanging sign that comes off of the edge to show maybe chapters 1 to 16, and then whatever, 232, maybe, like that, or just on the front here. I think I quite like this acacia hanging sign off the end, so I'm going to go with that. So now I just have to replicate this a few more times. And just like that, we now have ton of space for all the books we could possibly write, all involving the story. I really don't know how long it's going to last for, how much longer, or how much it's going to fill up, but we'll find out. And if in the end he gets to the end of the story and we're only up to there and we still got all of this space, then I could put other books in it or clear it out for some other purpose. I don't know. I'll find something else to do with it. I've replicated it on both sides, so now it's, yeah, looks good. I'm going to extend this wall 1 block outward. Well, I just seem to cause an error, which I have to notify an admin walkway. What the heck? Okay, so when I try to pick up any other thing, it's like, okay, yep, fine. I could pick up this item. Yep, these are all good. Except for the pale oak sapling. Because whenever I place it into my inventory, it immediately turns into stone. What's the deal with that? And just like that, we have a roof that I've made out of some tough blocks that look quite nice. There's more lighting that needs to be put in, but I've done all the walls as well and textured them with cracked stone bricks and stone bricks all throughout. There's lights everywhere, apart from this middle section, as I said. These walls have all been done. I've put these bits on the side where you can like rest and read a book or look at a flower or put a book in there and use a lectern with it. I've put those on either side as well. So we've come a long way and there is hardly anything left to do, just a few more little things. Except I have noticed one problem, and that would be, well, I used a pressure plate there and these trapdoors can be opened. So I'm just going to move this around. There we go. All it took was a little reshuffling of the tables to sort that out. Oh, I had already forgotten that the pale things always just turning to stone. I was like, oh yeah, now I can use some of that. Okay, this is the final stretch of build. We're almost there. Alright, after a bit more building, I have completed this front section. So we've got the entranceway here, which I've also slightly decorated with some copper bits. And you've got the same kind of wall pattern. I'm thinking I might recreate in several other builds. I've got it with the first house in here. And I quite like the style of it. I put in some acacia wood here because it fits in quite well. It's like a quite warm grey colour. But now I want to create something to go here, and I'm thinking it could be a big sign saying the library, hopefully. Except unfortunately, Library, it's an odd number of letters and we have an even number of blocks. So we might need a gap or something else to figure out, or I could do something else entirely. I don't know, but I have never really tried out banners before, so I'm just gonna give it a go and see what I can do. Good lord, that's appalling. Now this is what I need. Yep, I can confirm the one that I used online looks way better. Oh my god, this has taken a long time just to decide on what to do. Well, firstly I began with this. I was like, I could just leave it blank on the end. And I was like, well, maybe I could make a extra special pattern for it. So I saw this globe one, which looked quite nice. I was trying to make it into like more prominent patterns so you can see it well. I found this design online of an enchanted book, but it just didn't really fit. I found this globe one that was okay, but I wasn't overly happy with. This one, which looked a bit weird. I came up with this, but the yellow just didn't fit, so I removed the yellow, and that still didn't look right. I tried that, which was just blank. I thought about changing it so that there was a space in the middle, but then it was a question of where the R was going. And so, after all of this consideration and doing many different things, I have concluded that I'm literally just going to leave a blank one there. Yeah, that looks good. If you have any suggestions as to what I should put there, leave them down in the comments below. I am happy for any suggestions, please. And thus, with that, ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Gearhollow Library! Woo woo, sound the bells! So here's the entranceway. You walk in and are greeted by this lovely opening view. You've got all the tables. There's a bunch of lecterns around. You've got the statue of the founder. it's me. You've got all these lovely lights positioned everywhere. It's all lit up very well. And we've got these where we are going to have rows of books. You've got these little stations where you can do stuff on the side, and it's all laid out like that. And yes, that means the library is done. But wait a second, I think we're missing something. Oh yeah, maybe to celebrate the creation of the library, we should actually write a book. The history of Gearhollow Library. There we go. Now that I'm done writing that, I'm just going to, well, I'll leave one there, and I'll leave one on this shelf. So if you want to go and read it, there it is. Come along, come see the library. By the time you see this, I might actually have some more books in it. Awesome. Well, that will be all for today. I hope you have enjoyed the episode. It was very fun to make, and I hope I can now get a bunch more done now that I am in creative mode. I will see you in the next one. Au revoir.